Hi guys, today I wanted to show you a really cool interaction that you can do with the refords more likely to hit the same modifiers. So basically our goal here is to hit a quiver with +1 arrow with the wed or life and craft the other one, or just have both straight up when you roll. You just roll both at the same time. How you want to achieve this is you get a level 86 spike point arrow quiver. This is the best base. And you want to scour binding for any tier of life and any tier of wed and +1 arrow. This is 1 in 84. So it's gonna take you like 40, 50, 60 C depending on the price of scours and binding. You could also use serrated, but it's way more expensive, but it's faster, I guess. But I don't really recommend it. You could also use Harvest reroll attack. This is free. If you just have a quiver in your stash and you want to throw Harvest reroll attacks on it, you can just go ahead. So once we have at least arrow and either wed or life, you can craft the other one. And if you have a bad mod as a prefix instead, you can try to annul it or prefix to suffix to make room for the third crafted mod. And once we have our quiver here, which is 1 arrow, any tier of life, any tier of wed, what you can do is go in harvest and do refords more likely. These are super cheap on TFT, they're like 20 C. And you can literally get T2 or T1s of wed and life. And the arrow will stay most of the times. I tried this craft 10 times and all of the mods stayed for 7 times in a row. And it's crazy. Like, you might get unlucky sometimes, but you can just keep doing it. It's so cheap. And that's how all the people with like the triple T1 quivers, like 50 wed, 99 life +1 arrow, are doing their prefixes. You just go in harvest and reroll refords more likely to hit the same affixes. And you can keep going with this over and over until you hit all T1s if you want. It's a gamble. Sometimes you're going to brick it, but since the initial cost is so low, it's like 40, 50, 60 C, it's like really easy to do. And also the cost of refords more likely is really cheap as well. And by the way, while you're scour binding, you're really likely to hit something good and something sellable. You're not always gonna eat trash like this. You can actually eat really good stuff just scour binding. But yeah, once you're happy with your 3 prefixes, what you're gonna do is prefix cannot be changed, and then you reroll critical, and you want to go for probably tier 1 crim multi. If you got like a really good base like T1s and T2s, for probably like T1 crim multi. If you have a worse base, you can probably go for like T2, T3 crim multi. Crit chance is also okay, but crim multi is the best. Once you have your first prefix, which is crim multi, you want to unveil a suffix. These are the mods that you want to go for. They have around 49% chance to unveil, so they're pretty common. It's really likely that you hit something good. You either want to go for frenzy and crit, for elite damage and crit, or attack and cast speed. Attack and cast speed is the worst one of the 3 because you can craft a better one. But if you happen to unveil a really bad mod, what you can do is you can craft prefix cannot be changed, and then you can gamble annul for a 50-50. If you annul the crim multi, you can just the prefix cannot be changed is gonna be on still because you annulled the multi, and you can just go back here to the step before and you just reroll critical until you hit it again. So if you get unlucky, get a bad mod, and then you get unlucky again and you annul the good mod, you don't have to recraft the prefix cannot be changed. You go 1 reroll free and then you start over from this step. Once you unveiled your second good suffix, which is something like this, you can just craft your attack speed and your quiver's done. It's a really strong quiver, pretty much best in slot for elemental hit. Thanks for watching and see you in the next video.